Erica Larson here again, continuing my presentation since I ran out of time with the allotted time for Screencastify. So technology training that I would need for my current position. Currently, I'm a school psychologist, but also considering this from the perspective of a building level administrator. Both positions need to have updated knowledge and skill levels to be able to adequately implement technology and navigate it. Um, but I think the big one for me is learning more about instructional practices and technology related to effective instruction. And this is going to be especially important with my vision that I wrote about in the recent assignment, where I really want kind of a constructivist approach for students and hands-on, as I talked about earlier in the presentation. I need to be able to support teachers in implementing this, and I also need to be able to effectively lead them. So I need to be aware of technology as related to instructional practices and also the various resources out there. So this is an area I really need to learn more about. Is my district 21st century technology equipped? I think that we're doing pretty well in this area from what I read compared to what a lot of districts are doing. I guess I've only worked in the district I'm in and just thought this was pretty typical. But as I'm reading other students' information online through this class, I'm learning that, wow, my district is, I guess, pretty progressive, it seems like, in this area. We do have coherent internet access across schools. So I'm itinerant staff. I work in several schools. I can pull out my laptop or my iPad, no matter whether it's either of the schools I'm assigned in, or if I go to other schools within district for meetings, for example, my psych meetings, or we switch off who's hosting, I can pull out my laptop or iPad and instantly have access to internet no matter where I am. It's really convenient. Students have access to iPads. For the schools that I work in, there are iPad carts that can be checked out minimally. Staff has access to professional development. In fact, next Monday we have professional development, and a good portion of that is technology related. In fact, part of what the whole staff is going to is technology focused. So I think that emphasizes that my district is prioritizing technology. It's not just a breakout session that we can choose to go to. It is what we are going to. We don't yet have individual response systems in class, but I'd say that we're doing pretty darn good. Advantages of innovative practices in schools. I really feel like the first article summarized this very effectively. But just drawing from my own thoughts and all the resources that we looked at for this module, students will be more independent in their learning, and they will be more innovative themselves in their learning. They'll be more well-versed in what I call 21st century assumed skills. So whenever students go look for jobs and they find employment, it's assumed that they're going to have specific technology related skills. And so if they're already engaging in these skills at school, then they're going to be well practiced and well versed in them, not just knowledgeable about some of them or trying to learn them along the way, but they're actually going to be able to just jump right in. Innovative practices, especially technology, there are more resources available right at students' fingertips, including real world, like actual, they could be reaching out to professionals who are experts in the field, for example, so real world resources. They can also access accommodations through technology, like having text read to them, for example, and supports. And there's also a real audience. So with Web 2.0 interactive type technologies, there's a real audience out there that students can utilize to their advantage. Disadvantages of innovative practices. Obviously, this is still fairly new in the realm of time. And so there could be potential harmful effects that we haven't yet been using the technology long enough to be aware of. There's obviously the safety and ethical challenges of Web 2.0. security, spam, advertisements that are inappropriate, things like that. And then also, students could become addicted to social networking, and so that's always a potential harmful effect that we have to be careful about as well, and help students learn to manage. And I think that is kind of an obligation as we are working with technology. So that is the end of my presentation. And as you can see, my dog jumped in. So I apologize for that. I look forward to any feedback.